So another part of the stock screen is the stock adjustments tab. The stock adjustments tab contains a list of any stock adjustment that has been made to your inventory at any point in the past. Presently, I don't have any at this moment in time, but a couple of things to bring out about stock adjustments is you can create one from the quick add menu here and go down to create stock adjustment. And by doing so, this is the location where it allows you to adjust the quantity of inventory for any of the items that you have in your items list, and to do so as well at a certain cost per unit. And the quantity adjustments can be done either through an addition or a subtraction. So like, let's say, for example, I received some extra wood that was, for whatever reason, coming in another delivery, and there was possibly miscounted in the past. So I could put adjustment for wood, and then add wood as a line item here, and then notates that I added 10 meters of it to my inventory. And it will increase my total inventory to 550 from 500, and at a general cost per unit of $35, plus I have a wide amount of decimal places up to five points, and then the total adjustment value will add $350 of this wood into my inventory, which will of course increase the total value of stock that I have available. Now, stock adjustments are used for a multitude of purposes. A couple of the common ones are for stock counts. So if you have to go in and count all of your inventory, which is something you typically have to do anyway, right before you launch your ERP system for the first time. It's actually the first step, it's the final step before you go live, is to do a stock count. But once you make a stock count, it will create a stock adjustment. And we'll get more into the creating a stock count later on. But since we're on the subject at the moment, what I can recommend is that to do a stock count is actually done from the data import page, where you update the stock levels and stock values. You'll basically download the spreadsheet of your current data and stock levels, make the adjustment through the stock count, update the numbers and total quantity, and then re-import that data back into Katana. And what it will do is it will create a stock adjustment. So it will actually create a deviation report where if you, let's say, had 500 meters of wood, but inside of the import file you put 600 meters of wood, it would then import the new quantity of stock, but in the stock adjustment it will say wood 100. And that means you've added 100 units into your inventory at a certain amount of value. So for stock counts, it also creates what's called a stock deviation report. So that way, whenever you are reporting this information, let's say to your accountants, they can adjust the books as needed for any adjustments that might have taken place in real time. Other reasons where a stock adjustment can be handy is for instances where you need to remove something from inventory for different purposes, maybe marketing purposes. So let's say you go to a trade show and you take some samples out of inventory, but you need to take out the stock at a certain value, and you need to provide that as a marketing expense to your accountant. Then the purpose of that stock adjustment can be used for this type of need. You can also use it to remove inventory for the purpose of scrapping something out. So if something got added to inventory and it turns out that it was bad, or maybe it was dropped while somebody was taking it off the shelf in the warehouse, then you would create either, you can also create a stock adjustment for the purpose of scrapping something out. And that's where all of these reasons become important, because for accountants, they will track this information on the date at which it occurred in order to make the proper adjustments from a financial perspective. Now, over time, you can actually filter out the specific date range of stock adjustments through this filter here. And when that filter is applied and you shortlist all of the stock adjustments that occurred, let's say within a month, then you can export that file to provide it to your accountant. So that way your accountant can use it to make the adjustments needed in your accounting system. Stock adjustments are also supported by batch feature. So in the event that you have batch trackable products that need to be adjusted for specific batch numbers, wherever deviations like this would occur, that can also be used for that purpose too. And here in the filters above, you can also specify by location. So in our case, since we have 2 locations, in the stock adjustments, you can specify the location for where that stock adjustment is to take place. And of course, if you need to, you can fill in the additional info section for this particular document type. And also, if you need to print it out, we do have a print option here for that, where you can specify, I want to print out this stock adjustment. And as we mentioned earlier from the settings page, you can manage those print templates that are available for the different document types. So in this case, we have the stock adjustment document type. And when you generate a copy of this, it will open up in a new tab and show you all of the information that is related to that specific stock adjustment, which you can thus print out and provide to somebody who might be requesting that information. You can also duplicate or delete stock adjustments as needed for any purpose, and put in additional information too where required. And that's basic gist of it for stock adjustment files.